I'm from originally Maryland, but I really don't rep Maryland because I was only there for 2 years. I moved to the Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta, the West Side. I was there until I was like 8, and then I moved to the South Side. That's where I rep. That's where I was raised. That's where my core is. And growing up, I always been passionate about music. I've always been into music. I always listened to music, but I never wrote it. My dad he owned a production company, and my mom, she never pursued an artistry like career, but she could sing really well. So I just always been around music. I was in a choir in middle school, part of high school. I used to play sports, basketball and softball, and I just always been cool. I've always been into fashion. That was my upbringing.
Well, now I'll break some of these elements down.
Okay.
When it comes to Maryland, where were you born specifically?
Hospital?
Well, city maybe?
Accokeek.
And you resided in that area for 2 years?
Yes.
Your first 2 years of your life?
Yes.
And do you know what brought your family to Atlanta?
Well, my dad's side of the family, my grandmother and stuff, they lived in Atlanta. So I guess that's just where they wanted to go. I never really know why, but we just moved to Atlanta. And like I said, my dad was into music, and around, like, I was born in 96, so around the 98, 2000, music was kind of getting popular in Atlanta. So I guess he thought, it'd be a good idea to move here.
Did he personally get popular with the music scene?
He has built a little name. Well, a name, not a little name. He's built a name for himself. His name is Chicago Chris. He did videos. Now he does more like movies and TV shows.
And is he involved in your music career?
No. Mm-mm.
Why not?
Only because the type of stuff I rap about is kind of explicit. So it'd kind of be weird on both sides for him to be watching me walk around with a 2-piece on and heels in a video. It just be weird. But we have a great relationship.
Has that something that's been ever talked about between you two?
No, because he know the deal. Like, growing up, he done seen what I like to wear and stuff like that. He watches my videos, I'm pretty sure, when I'm not around, just to, like, keep tabs and stuff like that. But we never really talk about it because he knows the boundaries. We both have boundaries, so.
Mm.
Yeah.
And when it comes to your parents, are they together or separated?
They're separated, but they're friends.
And do you remember what age or what grade perhaps this happened?
Probably when I was in the 3rd grade, so I was probably like 8.
And is that the age you said you moved to the South Side?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's the reason. It
Yeah.
was the split of your parents?
Mm-hmm. We moved back around where my grandmother was at, and my mom moved back to Maryland where she was from.
Do you know why your parents separated?
No, I actually don't. I think they just had differences.
Were they ever married?
Yes, they were married.
So they ended up getting a divorce.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if you remember back then, but was this something that you saw coming, or did this catch you by surprise, the divorce?
You know what? I don't really remember. Like, I don't really remember a lot of that because I remember bits and pieces of my childhood. I was in a real bad car accident when I was 18, so it kind of like fucked up my memory a little bit. So I don't remember a lot of stuff, but I just know it was differences.
Do you remember at all if you had a choice to stay with your father or your mother when they split?
Yeah, I had a choice, but I didn't want to leave Atlanta, so I stayed here. But I always visit my mom on holidays or summers and stuff, so it was kind of like I spent half time with him, half of the time with my mom.
And how would that work? It would be like a season you would, or 2 seasons you would stay with one parent, and then 2 seasons you would stay with another parent, or?
No, it kind of worked like school year. I'm with my dad. Any other time I'm with my mom.
I see.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that they remained good friends, so
Yeah.
co-parenting with you was...
It was cool.
It was cool.
They still, I mean, we're all grown now. They have 4 kids, and we still celebrate holidays together, so it's whatever.
So you have 3 siblings,
Yeah.
same mother, same father.
Right.
Now, when you did make that choice, did the other 3 siblings of yours move in with dad, or did they have their own choice, or how did that part work?
I believe we all had our own choice. At the beginning, all of us stayed with my dad. because I think we all wanted to stay here. And then two of them, my older sister and my younger sister, they moved with my mom. So it was just me and my brother with my dad.
And why did you like Atlanta so much back then that you wanted to stay and not go back to Maryland?
I guess I just wanted to stay where I was comfortable. And I just love Atlanta culture at that age. So I just stay here.
Did it have something to do with classmates, schoolmates, friends, and things of that nature too?
No, because I moved from the west side to Clayton County, so
Oh.
I had new friends anyway. Oh, I was gonna have to make new friends anyway, but I just was comfortable with Atlanta. Like, I was here for most of my life, so I just stayed.
I see. Now, when it comes to the split of your parents, would you ever have to deal with a step parent?
Yes, my mom got remarried. She got remarried. She's not married anymore. My dad had different relationships, so I always had to deal with other people, with my parents. Yeah.
And did you have good relationships with these people, or did you have toxic relationships with them?
My stepfather, it was never a problem. My dad's girlfriends, a lot of them I didn't like just because I never really wanted to see my dad without my mom for a long time. So I didn't really like them. But like two of them I liked. The rest of them, they weren't shit to me, so.
Do you think you scared off personally any of those relationships?
No.
I can't tell if you're being honest or, speaking
I
tongue in
mean,
cheek
if you
here.
can't take the heat, don't get in the fire. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now, in regards to your stepfather on your mother's side, you had a good relationship with him. Sometimes I do interviews with people and they have a toxic relationship with a step-parent. How were you able to have a good relationship with yours at the time he was around and others they don't?
I feel like it depends on who your parent picks, for one. For two, you gotta make sure, like, when you decide to remarry, that it's a good vibe between the stepfather or the stepmother and the child, because at the end of the day, you're welcoming, you're another parent at this point. So you got to make sure that the chemistry is there in order for y'all to even, like, get along. Because my stepfather, he took the role of being another father, you know what I mean? So it was kind of cool. It was no boundaries overstepped.
Did he bring any kids himself into the picture at that time?
Yes, he had a younger daughter and an older son.
When you would go to Maryland and spend time with your mother, would you have to live with them as well?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And was that easier or hard for you to deal with?
It was no problem. I liked his kids too.
Did you have your own room?
No, cause she didn't have a room for me. Like, so we'll stay on the couch or I stay in my sister's room. It didn't really matter to me.
Okay. And what ended up happening with him? Why didn't things work out there? Do you know?
I feel like my mom just outgrew him. She moved back here because she was staying there. So my mom moved back here. I think she wanted to just be more, she didn't really care about being married anymore. She wanted to just be around her kids 24/7. Because at that time, both of my sisters moved back down here too. So, and I think he didn't want to come. So that was the initial thing, like, okay, you're not coming. And I guess as time went past and he really wasn't coming, she was like, fuck it. Like, I'm just stay here.
And now she's in Atlanta.
Now she's in Atlanta, 3 years strong.
Do you have any children yourself?
No kids, just a dog.